What's going on, Halo fans? LukeTheNotable here. In this video, we'll be talking about the infamous Achilles Armor. The Achilles Armor is easily one of the most difficult armors to unlock in all of Halo 5 and maybe all of Halo in general. This armor, above all others, is feared in the Halo community and is one of the best indicators of a great player. The blood, sweat, tears, and all of the hard work that goes into unlocking the Achilles Armor is definitely worth it though. This armor is badass. If you can wear the Achilles Armor, then you have earned your title as one of the best players in all of Halo. In this video, we'll be going deep into the Achilles Armor, why it's so amazing, why people fear it, and how you can wear this armor for yourself. So grab your Nornfang and get ready to spawn trap enemies for eternity, because today we're going to be talking about the infamous Achilles Armor. To start this video, let's first go over how to get the Achilles Armor. The armor can only be achieved after an odyssey of Spartan killing and challenge earning. However, you can't earn the Achilles Armor alone. In order to earn it, you have to be a part of a Spartan company, which is a new addition to Halo 5. Well, not new, it came out a long time ago, but Spartan companies were new to Halo 5. A maximum of 100 players can join a Spartan company and complete company kill commendations in order to earn the Achilles Armor. And these kill commendations are no joke. One of the most notable commendations is no hard feelings. In order for a company to unlock this commendation, they need 486,000 Spartan kills. Interestingly, one of the hardest commendations to get is the First Strike commendation because it can only be earned once per game. The First Strike medal is awarded to the player who gets the first kill in a match, so only one is awarded every single game. In order to unlock the full Achilles Armor set, you need 7,300 First Strike medals. I did some math using some data from the service record of my own and some of my friends' Halo games. On average, we got First Strike medals about 14% of the time, and from my numbers, on average, in order to unlock the full set of Achilles Armor, a company needs to play around 50,000 games just to get the First Strike commendation. And while this may seem like an inhuman amount of grinding, remember that a Spartan company can have up to 100 players. But that's not to say that you can't get the Achilles helmet solo. Technically, in order to start a Spartan company, you need to have 4 other friends. But once a Spartan company is started, Achilles Armor progress is tracked. And in theory, you can unlock the Achilles helmet solo. I actually made a whole video on it and you can watch it if you want. Now understand that getting the Achilles helmet as a solo player is possible, but you'd have to be some inhuman machine that's very insanely good at Halo. And I make that very clear in the video that I did about solo Achilles. But to put it into perspective, in order to max out the First Strike commendation, you would have to play Halo 5 16 hours a day for 204 days straight. That's over 6 months of playing Halo 16 hours a day. I mean, I would die. I'm gonna be honest, I've played Halo for that long, but it's only been in like a 1-day period, and then I probably didn't touch the game for like the next 3. If I tried to play Halo for 16 hours a day every single day for 6 months, like you'd probably die of like some horrible disease. At the very least, you'd probably gain so much weight just for sitting around all day long playing Halo. I'd say it's worth it! I also said earlier that the Achilles Armor can strike fear in the eyes of your opponent, and I found that the fear that the Achilles Armor carries can help you win more games. Because the Achilles Armor represents hours and hours and thousands of Spartan kills, players will look at you and know that you are a good player, and this will affect their perception of you, leading them to play worse. When I first got the Achilles Armor, I ran a little experiment and my kill-death ratio almost doubled compared to my normal rate. Other players in Halo may see the Achilles Armor and have a perceived notion that you are a better player. On some level, you can play with psychological warfare when using the Achilles Armor. This won't work against everyone, but you may see an increase in your kill-death ratio. At the end of the day, the Achilles helmet represents hours and hours and thousands upon thousands of Spartan kills and medals earned in Halo 5. But not always. I said at the beginning of this video that the Achilles Armor was infamous in the Halo community. Since its arrival in Halo 5, the Achilles Armor, in some players' opinions, has created even more problems for Halo. The first Spartan company to ever achieve the full set of Achilles Armor was the Whiskey Company, and to some Halo players, just mentioning the name Whiskey sends a shiver down their spine. Now, Whiskey wasn't the only Spartan company to make the Achilles Armor infamous. They were just the first one to get the full set. The reason that the Achilles Armor gets so much hate is the methods used to achieve it so quickly. Those methods include triple capping and farming in Warzone. Here's an example of some Warzone assault farming, and this actually happened about a week ago. Because Warzone 12-man teams were reinstated into Halo 5's matchmaking, farming is now possible. With careful memorization of the Warzone assault spawns, it's pretty easy if you have 12 dedicated players to trap a team inside their own base. In this particular game, the red team who was farming got 206 total Spartan kills, while the blue team only got 31. Here's another example where the entire enemy team was spawning spawn killed instantly by using Gooshogs. The blue players on the enemy team can't even get out of their spawns before instantly dying to a Gooshog. On one hand, I guess you have to sort of admire the strategy here. You have to memorize all of the Warzone spawns and pull this off. It's pretty difficult. But on the other hand, it's hard to argue that this doesn't hurt the game in some way. And no, this isn't a debate over 12-man teams in Warzone, but if you want my own personal opinion, I'm all for them. In my opinion, it's just sort of the byproduct of having 12-man squads in Warzone. Sure, maybe these strategies were developed because of the Achilles Armor, but I think these sort of strategies would have happened anyway even if the Achilles Armor didn't exist. I think one of the biggest problems that has arisen with the Achilles Armor is a lot of the backstabbing that's happened because of the armor. Remember, in order to earn the Achilles Armor, you need to be in a Spartan company and complete the kill commendations. The Achilles Armor is only awarded to every member of the Spartan company that is in the Spartan company at the time that the armor was earned. So if you join a Spartan company 5 minutes before they unlock the Achilles Armor, you will get the Achilles Armor. But if you leave a Spartan company 5 minutes before they unlock the armor, you won't get it. So even if you grinded the Achilles Armor challenges, if you were kicked right before the armor was unlocked, you wouldn't get it despite all of your hard work. And this has happened to a huge amount of people. I've heard loads of reports of players being kicked right before the Achilles Armor was unlocked in their company. Oftentimes, they're replaced by someone who didn't grind for the armor at all and just knows someone with a high rank in the company. There have also been reports of the Achilles Armor being sold on websites like eBay. Basically, Spartan company leaders sell the spots of their fellow company members right before the armor is unlocked. And it's really unfortunate that this sort of stuff happens because the armor takes a huge amount of grinding. 100 people all playing together, working towards one goal, and to be kicked out right at the end, it's tragic. Especially when you consider how rare this armor is. It's nowhere near the rarest armor in Halo. I did do a whole video on that. I think part of the problem with the Achilles Armor is that you have to rely on your fellow man in order to achieve it, and your fellow man on the internet is probably just gonna stab you in the back. I'm not saying that we should step away from grindy achievements in Halo. Some of the best armor in the game has been unlocked through grinding. Look at the Haunted Helmet from Halo Reach. It's easily one of the coolest helmets in all of Halo, and in order to get it, you have to max out Halo Reach. And I'm not saying that we should do away with armor achievements that require a teammate or teammates in order to complete. I mean, look at the Vidmasters in Halo 3. In order to unlock the Recon Helmet in Halo 3, you needed to complete 7 Vidmaster challenges, as some of those were very difficult and also required a team. The Vidmaster challenge Endure was very difficult and took almost 3 hours to complete, but that was just one step to get the Recon Helmet in Halo 3. I think it may have been a little bit interesting to have a solo version of the Achilles Helmet and armor. Not necessarily get rid of the Achilles Helmet, but have a solo version that you can unlock by yourself without the need for a Spartan company. You could still make this helmet achievable with a long, arduous grind, but you don't necessarily have to have that Spartan company which could potentially stab you in the back and prevent you from getting the Achilles Armor. One thing that I think would be really cool for a proposed solo Achilles variant would be if we took all of the challenges for the Achilles Armor and just dumped them down a bit for an acceptable level for a solo player. Because no solo player is ever going to get 486,000 Spartan kills and get the No Hard Feelings achievement on his own. But if we take 1/100th or 1% of that, we get 4,860 kills, which is much more manageable. I found this pretty cool concept art for the Achilles Armor and helmet, and you can see here that there is a version of it that doesn't have the little headpiece. That might be an interesting reward for a solo Achilles if it ever came out, but I think a more interesting concept for this reward of solo Achilles challenges would be something like a barbarian helmet. I mean, barbarians were kind of out on their own, and it sort of makes sense if you're a solo player unlocking these challenges and grinding. It'd be kind of cool to see a futuristic version of a barbarian helmet with horns and everything, but with the Spartan visor and cool colors. Listen, if you're gonna have well over 200 different armor variants in Halo 5, what's one more, and why not make it look like a barbarian? I mean, hey, we got whatever this thing is already, and don't even get me started about the almighty Seeker helmet. No matter how you feel about the Achilles Armor, it's hard to deny that it's an incredible monument to dedicated Halo players.
Audio and audio disclosures from Amazon. Click the link in the description to get one free audio book from out of it and keep forever even if you cancel. Do this or die.
Sure, it's not perfect and may have caused more problems than anticipated, but the Achilles Armor has definitely made its mark on Halo. If you happen to own the Achilles Armor, let me know down in the comments section below. You deserve some recognition, and I love reading comments. It's my favorite part about YouTube, and I still do read all my comments. Thank you for all the support. This month has been awesome. So many of you have been watching these videos and hitting that subscribe button. I've grown a ton in the month of April. There'll be a lot more great content to come, so please subscribe. You can click that LTN logo in the left of your screen to subscribe to my channel right now and stay up to date on all my content. But also make sure to hit that bell icon. That'll keep you up to date whenever I upload a new video, and if you don't hit it, you might miss one. And if you'd like to watch my previous video on why the newer Halo games removed playable elites, click the thumbnail link in the right. My name's LukeTheNotable. I want all of you to stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.